In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, and may peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad. Every Muslim knows that when he stands before Allah, the Exalted, with the sincere declaration of faith and utters this important testimony, he knows that Allah, the Exalted, has indeed made prayer obligatory upon him. And there are many acts of worship that have been made obligatory, be it fasting, zakat, the alms tax, hajj, or other matters. All of these things were revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him on earth. However, prayer is something truly special. When Allah, exalted is He, made this obligatory for the Muslims, He raised the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, above the 7 heavens to reveal it to him, which shows us the importance of this prayer. And unfortunately, many Muslims neglect precisely this prayer. About this prayer, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, the first thing for which the servant will be questioned regarding all his deeds on the day of resurrection is the prayer. If it was good, then all the other deeds will also be good. But if it was bad, then all the other deeds will also be bad. And here this narration clearly proves to us that if the prayer was not good, then the other deeds are no longer considered in the same way. And here is a serious warning for all those who completely abandon the prayer. For which deed should be considered if he does not perform the prayer? And therefore every Muslim should know that this prayer is the deciding factor as to whether he enters paradise or the hellfire. As Allah the Almighty reports in the Quran, in a dialogue between the inhabitants of paradise and the inhabitants of hell, the people of paradise asked the people of hell, what led you into the hellfire, Sakar? So they said, we were among those who did not pray. That was the first answer given by the inhabitants of hell. And Allah the Almighty tells us in the Quran, so woe to those who pray but are heedless of their prayers. This is also a severe warning from Allah the Almighty. This prayer is meant to make us better. And as Allah says in the Quran, indeed prayer keeps one from indecency and wrongdoing. That means through this prayer, we purify ourselves. With this prayer, we become better people. With this prayer, we distinguish ourselves from other people who do not consider it necessary to worship Allah. And that is why this prayer is very, very important for a Muslim. Yes, in addition, this prayer also erases one's sins, as Prophet Muhammad said in an authentic narration, peace and blessings be upon him. When the servant stands up for prayer, all his sins rest upon his head and his shoulders. When he then bows down and prostrates himself during the prayer, all these sins will fall away from him, just like leaves fall from the trees. What a beautiful message from our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. The Muslim does not organize his prayers around his daily routine, neglecting to check when the prayer times begin, but instead he first takes care of his own affairs. He first takes care of his own matters and then performs the prayer. No, the true Muslim is the one who organizes his daily life around his prayers, because he knows that this prayer will distinguish him from others on the day of resurrection. Therefore, it is very, very important for a Muslim to perform this prayer regularly and on time, so that he does not have anything bad to expect from Allah. The prayer has specific time periods, and Allah says in the Quran, indeed the prayer is obligatory for the believers at prescribed times. If a prayer falls within the time span between 2 and 4 p.m., this does not mean that he must pray exactly at 2 p.m., even though that is best. But if he prays within this time frame without getting too close to the next prayer, then he has fulfilled his obligation. Allah has graciously given us some ease and comfort in this matter. And every Muslim truly rejoices in the beautiful act of prayer and can hardly wait with eager anticipation to meet Allah, whom he addresses sincerely in prayer, on the day of resurrection when all souls will be gathered before their Lord.